Hello, everyone. My name is Reese, and this is my research over the semester into exploring digital twin to enhance hotel management and ROI. So just a little bit about what a digital twin is. It is a virtual representation of a physical real-world object, system, or process that uses real-time data to mirror its real-world counterpart. It creates a dynamic model using data sensors, simulations, and other sources to allow users to monitor performance, improve designs, optimize operations, and improve decision-making of the real-world object. Um, Digital twin is a very complex system with various moving parts. It can, however, be broken down into five main steps of operation. The first step is data collection, where the sensors on a real-world object collect data such as temperature, speed, or performance. Step two is data connection, where the data is sent in real time to a computer or software program. And then the third step, the virtual model updates itself continuously to mirror its real-world counterpart. Step four is an analysis and testing. This is when the digital twin can simulate changes, predict future outcomes, and test scenarios without affecting its real-world object. And then the final step is this feedback loop where insights from the virtual model can be used to improve the real-world object's performance. The digital twin is always updating to match its physical counterpart, and some companies are beginning to introduce AI into their software, which allows digital twins to learn and automatically adapt to optimize processes and designs. Digital twins in use. Digital twins have already been incorporated into many sectors to improve efficiency and optimize processes. The most common industries that utilize design or digital twins with their processes are manufacturing, healthcare, construction, automotive, and transportation and logistics. The manufacturing sector uses it to simulate and monitor production lines and optimize machinery. Healthcare uses digital twins to predict patient-specific treatments and optimize hospital operations. The construction industry uses it to optimize building designs by running simulations of energy efficiency, structural systems, and occupancy patterns. The automotive industry can use digital twins to simulate driving conditions, monitor vehicle performance, and optimize the production process. And finally, the transportation and logistics sector uses it to optimize fleet operations, track goods, and simulate shipping routes to save on fuel costs. And although these sectors are the most commonly referenced and most exposed industries to digital twins, many other sectors are trying to adapt and incorporate them into their field, whether it's by running predictive analysis or something as simple as monitoring temperature. I think a digital twin can be proven useful for most operational needs. Um, so types of digital twins. So many different software companies offer their own digital twin software. Each program comes with its own strengths and weaknesses. Companies such as Google, Epic Games, and Amazon's have been leading in this industry and continuously updating and adapting their software to meet their goals. Google is one of the most frequently used softwares and is commonly best known for its real-time collaboration and advanced graphics. Unreal Engine by Epic Games is another version of a digital twin software that's best known for its interactivity, customization, and flexibility. And finally, AWS Lot is Amazon's version, and it's best known for its scalability and its integration. There are many more softwares available, with many being tailored towards specific industries or sectors. This wide range of software um, really ensures that every industry can find use in adopting a digital twin, but it also creates this competition between software, ensuring that digital twins will continuously grow and become smarter every day. Some potential barriers to why people aren't using digital twins. There's simply just a lack of exposure. A lot of people don't actually know that these type of softwares exist. There's a lot of misconceptions behind a digital twin. Many people think you need very extensive coding knowledge to use a digital twin, when in reality, a lot of the heavy lifting's already been done by their software companies. There's also a lack of infrastructure. While architects are using BIM tools, the models built for a different purpose require a lot more work to transition to a digital model. And finally, intellectual property concerns. Digital twins are usually geared towards operations and building management and not the architect. Digital twin exposure. So what could companies do to kind of raise awareness and use for a digital twin? You can invest in training and education within your company. So organizing workshops and webinars for employees to learn about digital twin technology. You could also create cross-disciplinary teams. This would be forming specialized teams that combine architects, engineers, and IT professionals to manage digital twin applications. Can also focus on client education and marketing, developing case studies and offering demonstrations, and collaborating with industry leading partners. So engaging with technology providers, um, and just generally partnering and collaborating with them to learn the basics and get started. So case studies. Um, The hospitality and real estate sector has not generally adopted digital twins into their buildings. However, strategic property partners and Immersa are leading the charge with the recreation of Tampa's waterfront street development using the Unreal Engine software. The partnership created a digital twin and a real-life model of this district that is 17 feet in diameter and shows off the Water Streets district building in miniature. Their software has real-world sensors that automatically update and map new structures into the existing model and create an exact mirror copy of the district. Immersa is really focused on user friendliness and interface while developing their program. This program allows for interactive touchscreens, computer applications, content management systems, and a projected mapping content application that shows views from every floor of a selected building. This program and its features can be controlled via a custom tablet program. That's again relating back to the idea of user friendliness. This the team doesn't just use it for client exposure, though. They also use it for real estate sales, government planning meetings, and internal design reviews. The CEO, founder, and the CTO at Immersa, Dorian V, has came out and said that a digital twin directly translates to reduced costs, fewer change orders, and an overall better design. Switching gears to an industry leader, Jason Ambrosi. He owns his own architectural firm that specializes in prototypical hotel design and construction. His company exclusively uses Revit and AutoCAD for their design work. So when he was asked if the introduction of a digital twin into the design or construction process would be useful, he said that it has to be looked at on a case-by-case scenario, and depending on the project, it may be too expensive or time-consuming for the return it provides. Understandably, adding steps into the design process can greatly increase time spent and reduce profits, especially when the software has to be learned and taught to others. Also, with the rise in construction materials and labor costs, architectural profits have been slowly declining, and the addition of a new program into the process may prove more hurtful than it is helpful. He, however, went on to say he could see its value in the prototypical building sector, where a digital twin only has to be figured out one time and then can be easily implemented into future buildings. This method would parallel prototypical design, where a lot of time and money is spent upfront developing a project, but then can be easily reused and relocated as many times as it's needed. And while this may seem feasible, in the end, the clients and developers would still have to be sold on the program's usefulness. So diving into the research question behind this project, the study aims to explore the integration of digital twin technology into the sector to improve inventory management and connection with potential clients. The most commonly used building softwares are Revit and AutoCAD, which are made by Autodesk. So by researching Tandem's capabilities, which is Autodesk's version of a digital twin, I hope to aim to increase the awareness and use of this software by designers and management in the hotel sector. A digital twin will allow for hotel businesses to optimize performance through real-time monitoring, predictive analysis, and scenario testing. This will hopefully result in an improved inventory control, reduce operational efficiencies, and better decision making. The digital model would also allow potential clients to view the room preemptively and understand all properties associated with the room and hotel through a realistic and user-friendly interface. All of this would ultimately enhance guest experiences, management, and hotel profitability. So a little bit behind the methodology. To explore Tandem's capabilities and applicability to the hotel sector, I worked through the process of implementing a digital twin to a prototypical hotel. Tandem works by aggregating data from various sources such as SketchUp or BIM tools such as Revit. So by creating a core that almost every typical hotel has, I was able to see various applications and their usefulness in the aspects of all the hotel design. So step one is going back to that idea of aggregating BIM data. we're creating a very simple floor plan for a case study in Revit with the floor plan consisting of four separate programmatic blocks. The first program space is back of house, where all of housekeeping and majority of hotel inventory are kept. The second program block is for customer service, and the third block is dedicated to a main entrance, which contains a very generic vestibule and reception area. And the final block is a very typical double queen suite. Each block offers its own different needs and functions of a hotel design and allows for elements that are being explored to be tested on each aspect of a hotel. Model elements cannot be added in tandem, so all mechanical, plumbing fixtures, electrical fixtures, casework, and furniture have to be modeled ahead of time in this Revit model. But this is okay because when you tag these elements, Tandem will automatically create an itemized list of all of these elements. So step two is importing this into Tandem. Um, so once you open Tandem, you'll have to create a new project and set the parameters such as name, location, and owners. From there, linking the Revit file into Tandem is quite easy, and it will automatically update all BIM elements into digital twin components. The model comes in with very little input needed from the user, but by linking the Revit model, Tandem will automatically sync any new changes from the Revit model. So if you link the model and you realize you've missed a doorway or a shelf, you can simply add it in the Revit model and relink it to the Tandem model, and it'll show up, no issue. Um, Within Tandem, filters for specific elements and families can be turned on or off. So I did say it does come in with very little use or input from the user. There's obviously going to be a little bit of work that needs to be done. Um, so featured in a toolbar on the left side of the screen, filtering for certain elements or element categories gives a quick and easy to read view and helps organize the building. And also by clicking on the levels tab in the same area, Tandem will automatically cut the view to the assigned level. And also clicking on any component will show you any element specific data and allow you to connect any sensor data that you need. Just being able to quickly sort through specific element groups really permits the user to quickly locate and access desired elements. Step four is creating text parameters for modeled elements. So to do this, you have to go back to the Revit model and create custom project parameters that allow elements to show textual properties such as inventory and other components. Since the model is linked with Tandem, the digital twin will automatically update once the element's text is changed in Revit. The elements or the edited properties of the component will appear under Tandem's version of the modeled element and will show up on the right side of the screen. Um, And step five is kind of the same thing with text parameters, but doing this for now a room or a space. So custom text parameters have to be set up again in Revit before linking and appearing in Tandem. After filtering and clicking on a room, its properties will appear on the right side of the screen. The uh, the text can be manually changed to accurately represent the real life room's condition. And properties, the tandem model will also display all text associated with the room in the same way that it is amounting to in Revit. So in conclusion, although the ideas that were discussed previously were able to be implemented into tandem, I think the results were less than anticipated. While inventory management is possible, it had to be entered manually through tandem. Further explanation or exploration using custom sensors and cameras would allow the process to be automated. Tandem's interface also proved to be lacking. Its graphics were a lot more diagrammatic and unrealistic, while its organization of elements and tools proved to be difficult to locate. Custom textual elements were able to be added through the digital twin, but unwanted textual elements were difficult to hide. In theory, these textual elements could be deleted in the Revit model, which would clean up the presented data for the tandem model. However, these deleted properties often provide very useful data to designers and would prove to be a nuisance if they were to be removed from the Revit. And finally, integrating tandem into hotel projects might need a little bit more work on a case-by-case customization than I had originally anticipated. And then just some very general conclusions. I believe that digital twins could still prove invaluable to the sector, especially in prototypical designs, but the Tandem software does not have the specific strengths that are needed for the particular goals to be met in this research study. Using this software more like Unreal Engine would give this realistic and user-friendly interface to hotel residents would typically expect to see. Also, the software is capable of handling these really large-scale developments. So using it on a lot smaller single building project would prove to be no issue. But when looking to incorporate a digital twin into a project, I believe the client and the architect should sit down and discuss the expected goals from the software. Um, and once these are understood, I think a version of a digital twin with aligning strengths should be selected and implemented into the project.